Nalin Mehta is also with us. Nalin, how do you read into this entire development?
So I think if you look at the tariffs imposed on India by Donald Trump and compare it with the tariffs for comparable economies, India falls smack in the middle of that ranking. So, for example, if you compare with Brazil, Brazil is 50%, Thailand is 36%, Cambodia is 36%. In the Asian neighborhood, Bangladesh is 35%, Canada in North America is 35%, India is 25. Plus the penalties on the unspecified penalties, unspecified so far on buying Russian military equipment and Russian oil. But I think India compares much more, so the 25% is the same as with South Korea or with Malaysia, but is worse off than Philippines at 20 and Vietnam at 20% or Indonesia at 19%. The EU agreement has just been signed at 15% and Japan at 15%. So this is, in terms of what it means for Indian exporters, this of course is a serious issue for Indian exporters because the trade between US and India has more than doubled in the last decade. It's gone up to $118 billion. But the nature of that trade has also become much more sophisticated. So, for example, machinery is now 23%, used to be 7% in 2013. So two or three things. One, look at the tonality of the message. It was very clear that the negotiation was not going. The negotiation had got stalled. The fifth round of negotiation between India and US ended earlier in July, and since then there's been a sort of a pregnant silence on the India-US trade deal. Trump has now come out. I think what he has done is he's kept it at 25, which puts it right in the middle of the ranking, puts this penalty notion, but I think he's left the door open for negotiation. It shows two things. One, a full deal couldn't be worked out. Two, Trump has left out the door for further negotiation, and the language he's used, he's using both carrot and stick, shows that over the next week, 10 days. Again, we can't predict anything. I don't think we should get into the speculation business, but it leaves the door open for further conversation. And by calling India a friend and all of that, Trump is sort of playing it both ways at the moment.